whatever you do, don't let it fall into the wrong hands.
I'll also recap that you guys managed to, after dealing with the proving grounds, you headed out. Abe was in a bit of a catatonic daze after having, been confronted with the destruction of an entire town. And you managed to leave through the east exit of the proving grounds to examine the nearby stream, or you incidentally examined the nearby stream, and also saw a sign beside that stream saying the seamen trade seamen for hire, and it was spelt SEAMEN, and you got the sense that this jetty at one point was, hiring able seamen for passing trading vessels that traded one type of fish for another type of fish. And you examined that briefly before moving on and going back to Jose's hometown, which is in I think the Younger Forest is what I called it. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Yeah. And you found it. You found his nearby weed patch and got quite high, as did you get high on a previous stash that you found, I think, in the kitchen of one of the buildings you ransacked in the proving grounds. So there was a lot of being high, I would say, before and during Jose's village visit. Then you you found some tracks in Jose's village and followed these tracks you took a little sleep on the way, and then you woke up again and found an encampment with a member of Jose's village that Joseph was surprised to discover was just hanging out by himself when no one else in his village was present. You found the entire town abandoned, and you had a weird conversation with him. He seemed quite cagey, and he was eating a weird bone soup, and you hid to see and observe what he might do. And what you noticed was he just sort of mumbled to himself, read through some scrolls he kept in his tent, and then Monty convinced him that the forest wanted his scrolls, and so he handed over one of them, which you now have, which appears to be a series of gibberish letters scrawled on a fairly small parchment that might attach to a crow. Speaking of crows, Fraser's character Zenerai sent his familiar Gehact Balachus in crow form to a nearby tree. And that is where we left off. What would you like to do?
We just persuaded him to throw that thing into the tree.
Yeah.
Were we going to just watch him, I think, to see what else he does, or do we want to bust a move?
I think we want to take a look at that note. Maybe some of us keep a lookout on him. Yeah, Gesundheit, Andy. Maybe some of us keep a lookout on him while we try to decipher the message.
I can do that through Gehact Bacro.
Nice.
Well, there we go.
Oh yeah,
So
that was the
perhaps
much better name that we came up with. That was it.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, let's do that then.
You see,
So I'll
I
enter
think
into,
we have. Oh yeah, we all.
I think we realised it was a code, didn't we? And we were saying that
Yeah.
Abe is good at codes.
So we all have it within our inventory, don't we? It's the old parchment.
that is
Yeah,
accurate.
here it is.
I'm sorry though, I wasn't able to look at it this week. I've been doing the 3 to 12, so
Doing the what now? Sorry.
the 3 to 12
shit.
shift.
Oh wow, that is a brutal shift.
Yeah.
Well, and they don't set aside time for cracking Dungeons and Dragons codes and that shit.
I mean, I could do it in the morning, but my brain is just doesn't start for a while.
I'm not
That's
surprised.
fair enough.
I'm not surprised.
Old parchment with notes. Oh, no, that's not it.
Also, as a musical
the-
wine pairing to this scenario, I recommend some sort of music that involves like a babbling brook and forest noises.
Oh, yeah. No, thank you for reminding me.
You're very welcome.
Take advantage of my headphones.
Sweet. Okay. So, you've got the audio ambience. You see this guy kind of shuffling backwards and forwards towards his pot. It seems to be a continuous broth that he took a bowl from earlier, but it's just always simmering there. Then he keeps adding things to it, from earthenware jars with cork stoppers, things of that nature.
So I'm just going to say, guys, if it wasn't already obvious, I don't trust this little weirdo. There's something off about him, and I don't like being back here anyway, but even so, he ain't right.
Yeah, he does seem very weird.
No,
I mean,
in
his
fact,
language.
yeah, he's talking about like a master and shit. It's highly suspicious.
He also speaks in gibberish. This looks like the rantings of a madman.
Yeah, we didn't talk like that around here. In case you're wondering that.
I mean, the prominence of WKUH is kind of there in many different ways. Yeah, I think he ain't right in the head.
So, what do you want to do? Want to jump him? Should I fuck his shit up? Get up in his shit.
Yeah, why not?
Well, let's try and crack this code first. I will enter the eyes of Gahakt Crow and keep an eye on what he's doing.
Okay. I'm gonna make sure that I'm also placed somewhere where I can watch the proceedings with our group, but also keep an eye on still douchebag.
Okay, so you're beneath the tree, under the tree.
Yeah. Well, would I get like a good bit of a half line of sight from about there?
Yeah,
under the
yeah.
tree, I think.
I mean, this area is just kind of a table and boxes, so it's not particularly, high or anything.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah, I don't have that item in my inventory, so I'll just have to go off what you guys say.
Oh, really? Old parchment?
Yeah, me neither.
It's not in the inventory. It's inside the Ballad of Orphea in the launch game. If you go to the thing next to the chat, the news thingy, we have the old parchment there.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, in the journal.
Yeah, in the.
Oh,
I think
no,
it's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sam,
Okay,
I have a
found
question
it.
about a spell.
Oh, please do.
So I now, since augury has been so useful to us, especially before that dragon attacked us, I've now branched into divination.
Ooh.
As well. And the wording of divination says that your magic and offering put you in contact with a god or god's servants. And you ask a question of that god. I wondered, can I choose what god that is?
Based on, is that the entire wording of it?
There is some more. I can link it.
Yeah,
but
chuck it in the chat and I'll tell you.
I was wondering whether that was essentially like a proxy to essentially say the GM tells you something, or whether it can be used to consult a specific deity.
Okay, give me a sec. Truthful reply might be short, cryptic. Possible circumstances that might change. Oh, interesting. Okay. No, technically, it doesn't restrict you to only contacting one particular god, like the one you have a relationship with, Shanti. But I think in the lore of this world, you're more likely to get in touch with her because you guys are tight. But that doesn't mean you can't attempt to contact any god you want.
Yeah. Okay. So if I were to say learn the name of a specific god or something like that, that could be an opportunity to talk to it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. That's interesting. Cool.
The buzzing of forest insects and clicking of nearby birds forms a backdrop to your puzzle solving.
I have no idea about this. I've tried a few permutations and stuff, but it's a bit.
So I reckon I can get a little bit away, which is that I would say the first word of the second sentence, WKH, also appears a few other times. That's probably the.
Yeah.
So THE, which is
that's as far as I'd gone. I
first
think
word.
R is also O.
First word would be 3 probably because it's TH something EE. So 3
So
makes
H
sense.
is yeah.
But
Okay.
U is R.
Yeah.
So any other letters with WKHU in it that we could suss out? So ZKUH? That is something H E R E.
There.
Oh no, because we think W is T.
Oh fuck yeah. Where W? Where?
Yeah,
Yeah.
there.
Where? So Z is W.
This is so satisfying to listen to.
E. This is just good quality podcasting.
It's
So
just
EH
yeah.
is
No, I'm
Something
not
E.
joking. I get a lot
Yeah.
of satisfaction
Okay.
from it.
So it could be H could so E could probably potentially be H as in he, or B,
yeah. I would say E is probably a B. U is R.
and then U is R. So R blank P R. Reaper. Rat. No, we
No,
fucked
it's
this
not.
up.
Can't be Reaper.
Roper. Oh,
I love how metal your subconscious is. That the first thing you went for was Reaper.
The something. And then we don't have any of. Oh no. So that third word ends in T.
blank 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 HE. So we've got 3 days hence. Make sure the something edge is unprotected. The ranger.
So I think you can definitely say that what Y, L, and O are, because that's obviously village. Make sure the village is unprotected.
Well, hang on. Okay, so that would make Y is V. 3 days hence, make sure the village is unprotected. The ranger must not be there. Send him on patrol. Show the orcs where to find it.
In short,
Right.
fuck this guy.
Yeah. Right. Should we jump on him and torture the fuck out of him?
I think that's a great idea.
Good job, team.
Nice.
That was great. How many did we get? One.
Yeah, this feels like my word finder thingies.
Yeah, code words. Good stuff.
22 out of 26 we worked out before we got the whole thing.
Yeah,
Nice.
sick.
Did
24,
I'm not confirming or denying whether you've interpreted it correctly, but have you discerned any pattern?
We've got.
I mean, don't waste your time thinking about it. I was just curious whether you had. You kind of brute forced it.
Yeah, we did it just like logically.
Nice.
God, I want to know what pattern there.
You want
We
to
just guessed that WKH was the and went from there.
Nice.
Oh yeah, of course. They're just. Oh, I see. Yeah, this is quite. Yeah, I can work it out. Because it's when you realise that things like H and E are really close to one another. Oh wait, no.
Is
no.
it all a few letters
It's
on
not.
or something?
I thought it was like simply like like the third would be the -3 from the end of 26. That as in that they were the same number away from the extremes. But no. What was it? J and G are close. S and P are close.
Y and D
Y
are
are
close.
H and E. I think it might all just be shifted on by 3 letters. Oh wait, no, that doesn't work for some of them. Maybe it does.
Oh, well, we speak English now. That's all cool.
Yeah, fuck it.
Or we
We
speak
should
code.
kill this guy.
Yeah, I mean, presumably we're going to. Some of the more intelligent members of the group are going to have decoded that and then explain to the rest of us what it meant. And yeah, I think Joseph's going to become extremely angry and frustrated and say, "We kill this guy now."
Yeah, maybe
It's like,
we
well,
should
let's tie him up first and then kill him.
I was going to say,
Yeah.
if we torture the fuck out of him, what do we want to learn from him? I guess we want to learn who the fuck this god he serves is and why he has
Then-
asked him to do this.
Yes, and if he was the one that killed the whole village, kind of thing as well, and where we can find the orcs to kill them, right, Joseph?
Damn
We all know
right.
where the orcs are, and then we want to torture him some more, even
Can
when
I-
he's told us.
Question for Sam: can I cast Hunter's Mark without him realizing?
Can you show me the wording of the spell and then I can tell you?
Yeah, let's see.
1 second, I'm going to get something to drink.
Cool.
I just realized, but I was looking at my spells, and I've
You
not.
want something to
I've
drink?
got one more spell I could equip.
Oh yeah,
Jam
you
it.
should learn one.
So who do we think the ranger is then?
Me. I'm a ranger.
Yeah. You would have defended this village, but they fucked you off.
Yeah,
I'm gonna sit down cross-legged and let Joseph just fucking unleash hell.
Hit me with the text, and then I can tell you.
I think I cast it by accident.
That's okay.
I didn't mean to do that. Hang on. Maybe make sure I haven't got display in VTC.
There we go. All right. Back up with your crane to spend to deal. You have an advantage.
Could someone who decipher the whole thing, can you type it out in the Discord or something? So I've got it.
Yeah.
Also, there's no indication that the target knows that they're marked. It's not something they're aware of.
Okay, so while you guys are talking, I casted Hunter's Mark on this dickhead.
Cool.
Sick.
As a message of my intent.
I will use something that looks Hunter's Marky. I'll use like a nuclear symbol.
So we want to know what it is, but that's very much secondary to the extremity of the torturing.
I'll make sure he can't lie to us. Don't worry.
Yeah. Okay.
So I, being very concerned for Joseph's bloodlust, I sit down and I get Gahakt Bakro just to fly over here, but like high above, just so I can watch from a bird's eye view. Yeah.
So I want to fairly wordlessly knock an arrow, and my plan is to shoot him through the ankle so that it like pins his leg into the ground so he can't run away.
Okay. I mean, that would be a called shot, like we talked about before. So that can happen if he gets, I think, 5 to his AC or something. So if you roll particularly high, then it works. But you should also be aware. Roll an intelligence check as you're formulating the violence in your mind. Let's see how good your mind is. Okay, with a 17, you are confident that if you do a particularly good arrow shot, it might go through his ankle and it might go into the ground, but the leg will take a lot of the momentum away from the arrow. So when it goes into the ground, it won't be going that fast. So it'll probably be more like he'll have to drag it along rather than sticking him there.
Okay, I'm gonna do it anyway.
Cool.
Joseph's not very clever. Okay, so yeah, let's do that then. So short bow, because I'm attacking from stealth, or unseen. Do I get a
I think
an advantage? Or?
You all rolled stealth at the beginning, but I think it's been a while as you guys took time to decode this thing. So everybody, give me another stealth check, and that will determine whether you roll with advantage from hidden or whatever. Okay,
wow.
So that's a 26 stealth check for Josa, a 5 for Monty, an 8 for Zenarai, and a 17 for Abe. Okay, so from a group check standpoint, still not amazing, but half of you. So we'll say, okay, Josa can roll with advantage, and then we'll see what happens after that. Because you're hidden from him. You specifically are hidden from him.
Yeah, so I take some real time to aim for that svelte, exposed ankle, and then shoot with my short bow.
Ooh, hopefully the advantage. You get to roll with advantage because you're hidden.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, 17. Oh my gosh, that's so unlucky. All right, so basically, as you fire the arrow, it goes like it's going to hit him directly in the calf/ankle, and then he goes to like adjust his soup, and it goes between his legs and hits the ground, and he looks up being like, what? And everybody needs to roll initiative. You were off.
Fuck.
You were off by 1.
Damn it.
God damn.
Let me roll for Gahakt Bakro. Raven, let's call it.
Gahakt Raven.
Nice. So that's everyone, right? We got first
Raven Balachus.
Nice. Sweet. Okay, so descending order. First to react is actually Abe. I take back what I said before.
Right.
With a 22 initiative.
Going to. I can't reach him from where I am, though, can I?
In terms of movement or ranged or what?
Yeah, movement.
Maybe 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah, you'd still be like 10
One
feet
away.
Yeah, there'd be a gap.
All right. Well, I'll go there then.
Nice.
Be as close as I can.
Give me an athletics check to see how well you hop over this little table filled with detritus and camping equipment. Oh yeah,
through?
with a 20, you do one of those like one-handed, the rest of your body goes over type jumps.
Yeah, parkour.
Yeah, you parkour the hell out of it, and then there's a huge clanking noise as all the armor hits the ground.
Excellent.
Awesome.
And then I am going to bring Fox into.
Oh yes, the warhorse.
Nice.
Because I think he might be kind of useful for this.
It's been a couple of months.
Yeah.
Here comes the pain train.
No, that's not the one. Sorry, I casted the wrong one.
Oh, really? What did it say?
There it is.
And thank God it's not a real one, because those are some low rolls.
Look at the size of that horse.
I think it's a large creature. I think it's large. Yeah, it's large.
Yeah.
Takes up all kinds of space. Sweet. So where specifically do you want them to appear?
I would like him to appear over here, if it's possible. Like at
directly on top of the halfling.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, I mean, they can't occupy the same space, but they can be next to each other.
No, yeah, but as close
2
as
meters
you can
above the halfling.
Okay, sweet. In that case, that happens. You see Fox comes into existence and looks menacing. Is that the end of your turn?
Yes, I can't do much this turn.
What is the dexterity score of Zenurai?
The saving throw or just my natural?
Just your regular dexterity.
14.
Okay, cool. That means you're going to be next, and the warhorse afterwards. So Zenurai's turn. What would you like to do?
Okay. 5, 10, 25, 30. I am going to run. 30. I'm going to run to Manya.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm going to cast, because I'm very, very conscious that Joseph must gain his vengeance. So I'm going to cast Minor Illusion.
Ooh.
Here.
Show me that spot again. Oh, over here, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm going to create an illusion of a really menacing orc.
Okay.
To prevent this guy running, because I'm assuming he's going to be afraid and so forth.
So like there?
Yeah.
Okay, sweet. A menacing orc. Okay. Sound continues.
Joseph runs out and attacks the orc. Oh god, they're back!
I like the idea. It says it can't be bigger than a 5-foot cube, but I like the idea of trying to compact the most menacing 5-foot orc that you've ever seen.
Into 5 foot by 5 foot.
Like a
so it's very, very cuboid in nature.
Yeah.
It's
Nice.
very stocky.
Okay, so it doesn't make any noise, but you see this orc pretty well rendered.
Oh no! Wait! Hang on.
What you have a thing for it?
So the orc appears. And I'm going to use one of those cunts to make it roar. I can do that, can't I?
I mean, no, technically not. But because it's thaumaturgy, I think it's fine.
Well, I can make the ground tremble.
Yeah. So basically, that happens as the orc comes into existence, and you see the little weedy halfling look over to it and go, "Ah, what? You? Why are you back, dragon person? What? Where? How?" And he seems confused.
Sorry.
Is that the end of Zenurai's turn?
Yeah, that's what I was going for.
Nice. The warhorse's turn. What would Fox like to do? Or what mental command do you issue?
First, I'm going to shout, Josa, what do we need to ask?
Yeah, you can respond.
I'll say, we'll deal with that after we fuck him up.
Okay, then I'm going to try and tell Fox, remember Josa, the nice person with a panther? Well, this person apparently killed all his friends, so let's go for a trampling.
Okay. technically...
Fantastic command.
Why can't I scroll? Is that
Can
the
you
main
tell a
thing?
horse to do a non-lethal trampling?
I suppose you could, but also the horse
Try
needs...
not to fully kill him.
In order to do a trampling charge, they need to run 20 feet. So because they're so close, they would need to do like a runaway. But you can just regular hoof him if you want.
Yeah, let's do with hoofs then. That won't kill him, so
Cool.
let's go with hoofs.
I'll say...
Try not to fully kill him.
Yeah. That...
Half kill him is fine.
Okay, sweet. The hoof attack. Ooh, with a 9. The warhorse fox is a little... surprised at how small the halfling is and stamps wide, assuming a bigger creature, and looks kind of distracted by
That's okay. We'll get him next time, Fox.
by the diminutive stature. Monty's turn.
Okay, I am going to cast Bless on, well, my fellow free adventurers.
Nice. What's the hashtag that you choose?
You get hashtag blessed faux life.
Nice.
Or blessed for LYF, obviously. So you guys get to roll D4.
Which ones? Sorry.
Attack rolls and saving throws.
Which characters?
Oh, sorry. On Abe, Zenurai, and Joseph.
Cool. I'll use a little yellow dot.
Is it the next attack roll, or is it all attack rolls for?
I think it's everything for a period of time. And Joza, right?
Yeah, everything for 1 minute. Yes.
Yeah, so basically you get to roll a d4 in addition to your regular attack rolls, saving throws specifically. So not checks, just attack rolls and saving throws. Okay, sweet. Awesome. That's a really good one to have.
And then I say, get this dick.
As Monty yells this and throws some soil around, you feel the calm of the forest settle upon you, and you feel as though you're a little bit more focused. All the ones that are affected.
I'm strangely aroused.
Yes, that as well. Next up is Keith, and Keith is going to... Okay. You see Keith looks down at the ground and touches it and closes his eyes and starts muttering a bunch of like indiscernible gibberish. And what happens is a weird flying devil creature comes out of the ground to the south of Abe and to the east of Fox, and it looks kind of a bit disturbing. It looks like this.
Oh, good.
Lovely.
So,
Can I double check? Is the mumbling indiscernible to all of us, considering we've cracked the cipher?
Oh, yeah, no, it is discernible. Make an Arcana check with advantage. Wow, this is a big initiative order. Oh, natural 20. You basically hear... I mean, technically only Zenurai would be able to understand this based on that Arcana check, but just like you guys play your characters so that your character knowledge is separate from your player knowledge, and it'll just make things like easier. Right, so descending order. Sorry, just let me get back because I've added another character. Basically, the words are the gist of Master, bring me one of your servants, summon them now, place them here, that sort of a thing.
Gotcha.
Sweet. And you see Keith say, "Why have you come back? What do you all want?"
Answers.
Ominous.
Yeah. Joseph just in a silent rage. He'll do the talking later with his arrows.
We want to meet your master, pal. We want to know why he's such a dickhead. We'd kind of like to meet him.
What's so great about him that you killed a whole village?
How dare you? I've done no such thing. And now it is the spined devil's turn. So the spined devil is going to... Goodness me. Two attacks, one with its bite, one with its fork, two with its toes. Okay. It's going to try to fork Abe with its fork. And a 7 misses as it stabs this trident into Abe's incredibly strong armor and makes a spark shower everywhere. Showers of sparks everywhere. And then it is going to give up on its tool and just try to bite you with its enormous sort of reptilian maw. And the bite is an 18. What's your armor class, Abe?
I think it's a 20, but let me recheck. Yeah, it's 20.
Yeah, so the bite closes down on your shoulder pauldrons and you feel the pressure but no damage, and the Spine Devil looks miffed. Next up is Joza.
Yeah, so, I mean, Joseph is now of no doubt that this guy is clearly a dirty fucking traitor of some sort, or maybe not even Keith at all. If such a thing is even possible.
No, make an insight check, because I just love unrevealing the identity of the personality of Keith. Oh, with a 15 insight check, you remember that this is exactly the kind of douchebaggery that Keith would get involved in.
What a piece of shit.
Okay. I knew it was just like a layabout, but like a demon summoning orc lover.
Like a malicious layabout.
Really, you really outdone yourself, Keith.
Like a malingerer, like the bad kind of layabout, not the fun, like Homer Simpson kind.
Yeah, okay, so Joseph's gonna say, Keith, what have you done? This is too much even for you. And say, you'll pay for this, and shoot him with a bow and arrow.
Nice.
I'll try. Let's see. 16. I'm just going for a general body shot here this time.
Yeah. 16 hits for 11 piercing damage. Wow.
Oh, even more actually, because I get to roll a thing for Hunter's Mark. Where's my Hunter's Mark? I deal an extra d6, so I'll roll that.
Oh, nice. So 14 in total with Hunter's Mark.
Yeah.
And he already starts to look a little bloody.
Can't he also use the blessed thing that Monty did?
Oh, that's to hit, not for damage. So if he was likely...
Sorry.
So he could technically have added it to his hit, but it hit anyway.
So I'm guessing just like loads of juicy blood spurted out of his chest or something.
Yeah, some of it gets on Fox.
Nice. such a badass horse.
Loving the blood. Loving it.
So seeing that he's kind of fucked, can I try and do like a non-lethal attack on my next one just to kind of knock him out?
Totally. You aim for a less vital area.
Yeah, I use one of my blunt stunning arrows, which I have loads of obviously.
Oh yeah, with a 24, you hit definitively for another. This you notice that this arrow and the last arrow, although they did damage him, it's not as much as you would have expected it to.
Okay, and that's with the +4 for the Hunter's Mark.
Oh yeah, the Hunter's Mark too. Let me add that. The Hunter's Mark seems to be working as normal.
Interesting. Okay, and he's still standing.
Yes, he is. He's got an arrow in each of his like pecs, though.
Fuck. It's actually kind of cool for Keith. Arrow titties. I'll say, don't let him escape. And that'll be the end of my turn.
Okay, sweet. Next up,
ignoring this like demon thing.
Keep an eye out.
Gehacked Baraven is next. What would he like to do?
So given that he's above,
yeah.
Could I get him to kind of fly down and tip over the pot?
Oh yeah, that'd be fun.
And then fly off.
Yeah, let's try
that.
that.
I'm trying to scatter all the stuff at Keith.
Okay. Let's see. I mean, it is a small raven, so it can attempt it. What we'll do is we'll get him to fly down. That's nice and easy. And then he's got to make an athletics check. I have his stats here if you don't mind me rolling for it.
Yep, go for it.
Oh wow, his strength is not amazing. I'll say this is fairly basic. He just needs kind of like a what does he need? I'd say like a 10 or better. Oh, he rolls a 1. So
Oh shit!
he goes up to the pot and tries to like fly against it to push it over with his momentum, but it's full of stuff, liquid obviously, and it's too heavy for him. And he makes a squawk that sounds very similar to like someone saying, "Damn it!"
Yeah, probably even.
Fuck. So where's he left? Is he on the ground?
Well, he's at pot level. He can use the rest of his movement to fly back up if you want.
Yeah, let's have him fly over. Over Mia.
But he would
I'm
get
very twitchy.
he would get attacks of opportunity from the bad guys on either side.
Alright, in that case, no.
It's probably safer for him to be there for the time being.
Yeah, well, we'll leave him there. I'm very concerned for his well-being after Orpheus fucking killed him.
Exactly. Abe, you're next up.
Okay, first I'm going to tell Fox to not let Keith get away. So if he sees him get away, to just like be imposing without killing him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I'm going to attack the devil thingy with the radar.
Nice. Okay.
Did that go through?
Oh yeah, 22 definitely hits for
Nice.
8 slashing damage. It doesn't do quite what you thought it would, but it still damages him. Is there anything else you would like to do? The way this happens is when... Sorry, what was that?
No, I was going to say I'm going to attack again, trying with a maze of warning in case, because it has worked against
Go for it.
weird creatures. And
Yeah, it's magic attack, isn't it?
You can also add your D4 of Bless.
yeah. Or
Nice.
So 3, that ends up to a 15. That
Sheesh.
does hit. 15 to hit with the Mace of Warning for 5 bludgeoning damage, and that does actually affect him the way you think it would. So as the Mace of Warning hits, you notice that it shines brightly and all the colors look like they're oversaturated almost. Whereas when the arrow from Joser and your Great Axe hit, they look a little desaturated when they hit the creature, almost like there's something about their composition is influencing different kinds of attacks. Okay, so that's 5.
we need to use magic weapons.
5 bludgeoning damage. And is that the end of your turn?
Yeah.
Nice. You see Abe step up and just wail on this spiky, overgrown bird thing, and it already looks kind of bloodied.
This guy sucks.
Next up is Zenarai.
Magic weapons, you say? I laugh as I position myself for a good old fucking blasting. Here's number 1.
A good old blasting.
Eldritch Blast.
The demon.
Nice. 22. So that's the purple guy, the spined devil
Yeah.
you're aiming at? Yeah, that definitely hits for 8 force damage. And that knocks him almost off of his feet. He looks kind of... This isn't a very big creature. It looks on death's door almost immediately.
And here comes the number 2.
Oh, wow. 16, that hits also for 8, and this thing becomes purple paste. How do you want it to happen?
I shout to Gahag Balachis, "Open your mouth, brethren! Here comes the goo!" And I obliterate it, and I hope Gahag Balachis, Raven Gahag Raven scarfs up some of the goo.
Yeah, a number of
yes, taste.
purple chunks end up in Gahak Raven's mouth and starts chewing on it. Well, not really chewing, just swallowing whole, really.
Tight.
Nice. Next up is the Warhorse's Fox's turn.
Yeah, so I'm going to shout at the man, "Are you ready to talk now, or would you rather be hooved?"
It behooves me to say no, never.
Okay,
Nice.
then hooving it is.
Wait,
What's
so
so
behooved or behooved?
Okay, he's going to get hooved. Ooh, with a 13 from Fox, I believe this... Oh, it hits. Okay, so that is... where's the damage on the horse? Ooh, 2d6 plus 4 bludgeoning damage. 2d6 plus 4. Oh, 10. It doesn't do as much as you would expect, but it definitely looks like this guy is weakening. And you see Fox toss his mane more proudly this time that he was successful. And that is
I gave him a thumbs up.
Nice. That is the end of Fox's turn. Monty's turn.
Nice. I'm going to move down here so I've got some line of sight going on.
Mm-hmm.
And I am going to start charging up a guiding bolt.
Nice.
At a non-lethal area of his body, let's say.
Okay.
If that is possible with a spell.
Yeah, you can
possible?
choose. You can choose to do non-lethal damage as just an option that you can do.
Yeah. Okay. Right. I'm going to guiding bolt his ass.
Oh, the ass, a classically non-lethal area.
Yes.
Nice. This does exactly the damage that you would expect it to, and you notice it shines brightly with radiant energy as he staggers amidst numerous bloody wounds. He's also shining brightly.
So he currently has a glowing. He has a glowing anus.
Exactly. It's the easiest anus target you've ever seen.
Yeah, we get advantage damage.
Is it that the anus is glowing, or that there is a beam of light from his anus to a point like maybe 30 degrees behind him on the ground?
I'm gonna say that Monty can choose based on the way he cast the spell.
I'm so
I think
glad
the
you said
latter.
that.
I believe it's the latter because I like to think of it almost like it looks like a kind of torch has been rammed up there backwards. So, yeah,
Perfect.
or maybe like a Keith desk lamp.
Nice. So the next
That could
attack
be a thing.
has advantage because of the 30-degree arse beam. Next up is Keith's turn. Keith is not liking his situation at the moment, so he is going to run away. So that's going to be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Did tell Fox to not let him run, though.
Yeah. I mean, Fox definitely gets an attack of opportunity, but that's kind of the main thing that Fox can do, really, because Fox doesn't have the ability to grapple. He's got no opposable thumbs. So
Fair enough.
what he's going to do is he's going to hoof the shite out of him. Oh, with a 12, unfortunately, the hooves come down again a bit wide as this little scurrying halfling manages to get past. But Gahakt Bakro also gets to attack. Raven with a mighty beak, but it's a natural 1, and the beak strikes the underside of this halfling's shoe and sort of carries the bird along for a little while, getting stepped on until he manages to free his beak and fly back to, let's say, here, because it was funny. Nice.
I'm gonna fuck this guy up. He's still on Gahakt Raven.
So then 5, 10... 15, 20, 25, 30. All right, so he's made it to there because he's used his action to dash, so he moves double his movement instead of just his movement. And he says behind him, "Don't follow me, it'll be very dangerous." And that is the end of his turn. Brave little halfling though he may be. And now it's the Spine Devil's turn. So the Spine Devil, seeing his situation...
Oh, you're super dead.
Oh, no, he's paced. Sorry, I forgot to get rid of his icon.
Yeah.
That is my bad. Spine Devil does nothing because he's fucking dead. Next up is Joza.
He's dead as fuck. Okay, so I'm going to say... I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to leap on the back of Dave and go after him.
Okay.
Say, yeah!
Dave's movement is like 40 or something crazy?
Yeah! Let's see. Features and traits, I think it is... speed 50.
Oh, really? Holy guacamole. So that means, so we're going to go 5...
And you could say he's slightly encumbered with me on his back if you want, but...
20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. So you get there, basically. And then you could use your action to dash to move more distance?
Yeah, I don't have line of sight on him, do I, for a...
It's only a small rise. I'd say you do have line of sight because you're on the back of a panther.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go for a mid-wide arrow shot then, I think.
Ooh, Genghis Khan style, hit it up.
Yeah, exactly. Kind of like sit up, let my knees steer, Dave.
Or if you prefer a more modern reference, you could say the Dothraki, if you like.
Yeah. It's a reference we all know and love.
There you go. Okay, Genghis Khan seemed to play better. Let's go with that.
Okay, so let's have an attack. So
nice. With a 22, controlling
Snaz.
Dave with your knees, you managed to shoot an incredible moderately accurate arrow, doing a combined 9 piercing damage and 2 hunter's mark damage. So the arrow again does less. However, the hunter's mark does normal, and he looks to be on death's door.
Okay.
Nice. Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah. Well, so presumably. Oh no, because I have 2 attacks, don't I?
I believe that you do at this level, probably.
Yeah, I do. But I'm just wondering whether me jumping on the back of Joseph and running over counts as something. But
no, I mean getting on a mount, I think is like interact with the environment. It's a separate action.
Okay, in that case, I'd like to knock one of my magic arrows.
Oh, here we
which
go.
I have as well.
Nice.
Which the ones that can change direction, but hopefully it will do more damage as well.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they can
so-
potentially, I think, if they successfully go through one creature, they have the chance to go through another.
Yeah.
So let's hit it
So I
up.
just like shoot Quobalactus or something.
23 for 7 piercing damage, I believe. Ooh. Oh, he's so close to being dead. Oh, no, wait, with 8, that makes it... Oh, my gosh. So he successfully goes through with the arrow, and he seems to be bleeding from multiple wounds. He looks like another hit won't... he won't survive another hit. Do you want to try and roll again and have the arrow go round?
Yeah, definitely.
Well,
100%.
for lethal or non-lethal, though?
This is not non-lethal damage.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Okay, yeah, so definitely let's like spin it around and hit him again.
Cool.
Uh,
Oh, with a 29.
29.
That was a big hit with the arrow. How do you want it to restrain him non-lethally?
yeah, I wanted to shoot him in the guided light, but so hard that he just face plants.
Oh yeah, someone should have had
Just
advantage on their
out cold.
attack because of the guiding bolt. Who was the next person to attack after that?
Probably the two animals.
Gahak the Crow. Raven Bahat.
Yeah.
Well, no, because the Raven is... Oh, because of the opportunity attacks. Yeah, it would have been...
Yeah.
It would have been one
Yeah.
of those. Okay. Well, I mean, it kind of worked out better narratively this way, so
Yeah,
we'll say that it happened now. And you go on.
Yeah, so I shoot him once with that thing, and he's kind of like, hee, can't catch me. And I'm just like, slowly draw the magic arrow, which I know will take it down. Just shoot him right in the butt.
Nice.
Big old butt shot.
He is so shocked by the sudden pinching sensation in his buttocks that he collapses on the ground. And we are out of combat. Well done, everyone. So he's still lying stunned, unconscious, face down on the ground with numerous butt wounds.
Okay. So I'm gonna
Let's go up.
ride over, kind of surfing Dave, and leap off and kind of roll him over and pull my sword out and put it to his throat and say, Keith, what have you done? Why?
Okay.
Why, Keith?
Make a intimidation check with advantage.
I'm not this. Joseph's not laughing.
That just reminds me so much of Brad Pitt, like, what's in the box?
Can I pause the action for a minute here and just really recommend this Game of Thrones Winterfell ambience, because it's really sad and like really morose. There's clearly been a betrayal. I think this is quite good for Joseph's arc.
Solid wine pairing. Solid.
There it is.
Sick.
Skipped maybe 5 minutes or so.
So intimidation check with
I'm
advantage.
feeling this real good. There you go. So 1 and 2.
Oh, goodness me. All right. So you managed to laugh a little bit during your threats just because you're so overcome with emotion in the situation. And he says, I'll never give you anything. You might as well kill me now.
Hang on, do I get to re-roll the 1?
Oh, yeah, because you're a halfling. Yeah, go again.
Yeah.
Oh, is it an actual...
Because that was a 1, isn't it? Oh, no, it was a 2 minus a 1.
Yeah, sorry. So not quite in this situation.
Okay.
Sorry.
So I go.
I do laugh there. Keith, why?
Can I
I'll try again.
Can I elbow No.
Monty can do his
That's what I was
thing,
gonna
and Zenarai can also do it, and we'll see what happens.
Okay, so I go, Keith, pardon Josa here. Let me just ask you again plainly. What have you done? And I cast the Zone of Truth.
Ooh, okay. And Zenarai, what do you do at the same time as this?
I was gonna. So I come up and I elbow Josa out of the way and I say, "Let the professionals do this."
Yeah.
And
As I get pushed out of the way, can I like swing a kick at Keith's head?
Yeah, okay, so let's arrange the icons because this is getting quite detailed. So Monty is going to be there. That makes sense. Well, no, you were there. So in order to do this, let's say Dave stays back. Zenarai elbows some people out the way. Abe's probably there, looking on disapprovingly. And so Joseph, is that the correct arrangement? Is that what you would be, Monty?
I think so. That's about right.
Okay, cool. So basically, Zone of Truth is a 15-foot radius sphere. So all of you, except for Monty, I would say, need to make a charisma saving throw.
oh, high risk shit.
Did I do it already? No.
Okay, 13.
13.
What's your DC, Monty?
My DC is 14.
You did a charisma check. Zenarai, you need to do a charisma saving throw.
Oh, sorry. Hang on.
Sorry. So 14 is your DC, Monty?
You
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So
got
basically...
+9 to your charisma saving throw.
Me? Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
I know. I have.
You should do all the talking from now on. Every situation.
So with a 25, Zenarai saves against the Zone of Truth. With a 17, Abe's outside the radius, but their glowing, robust charisma manages to rebuff the very idea. 13 from Josa means that you fail. And the creature, Keith, also fails. But with a 13... Basically, how this works is... You can't tell a lie, but you don't necessarily have to speak. So you can try to answer your questions. You can try to say things in a way that is still true, but is not overly helpful. So it's like, it's kind of, it gives a little bit more role playing to the equation.
Yeah, and is this when I swing my kick at his face?
Yeah, you can absolutely kick him, and because he's lying on the ground, you successfully kick him.
Yeah, just boot him right in the side of the head.
Nice.
As I'm pushed out of the way by Zenarai.
And Zenarai, you just pushed him out of the way and said, "Let the professionals do it," or did you actually do something?
I pushed him out of the way and said, "Let the professionals do it," because I was ready to deliver my style of interrogation before Monty cast the thing.
In that case,
actually, this helps.
Okay, in that case, I will say, Monty, your question was, "What have you done?" Was that your question, Monty?
It was. I'd probably change it now, but that is what I said.
What? Because you didn't know the nature of the spell?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, no. Well, you
Maybe.
would because
That's
you're the
fine.
one.
I'll say
You're the one that cast it. So your
I've always done
character,
it,
your
so-
character knows, so you can come up with a more detailed question.
Yeah. Okay, I will ask Keith. Who have you been in contact with? What befoul demon told you to do this?
I'm just double checking the spell. He looks kind of writhing on the ground, like he's not going to respond. Can't speak a deliberate lie while in the radius. You know whether it succeeds or fails, so Monty, you know that he failed. Yeah, and thus can avoid answering questions to which they would normally respond with a lie. So, he says, who have you been in contact with? He didn't tell me his name. He appeared to me one day, many years ago, when I was cooking soup. That same soup that you just saw me and interrupted my eating of.
I'm going to kick him in the head again.
Kind of.
What's in the soup?
He goes, "Ow!"
What's in that soup? And, how did you get rid of the ranger?
Oh, it was very straightforward. I mean, Josa goes out on patrol all the time. I just talked to the mayor and made sure that his schedule coincided with a certain day.
Josa, do you remember that day?
I remember that day. It was... Okay, look. I haven't told you the whole story. I used to defend the woods around this village. I was the son of the old mayor, but he died when I was younger. And I took it upon myself to sort of protect the village and let them carry on with their way of life while I kept them from harm's way. And obviously I also grew a lot of weed. And I sold some of that weed to the village as well, and some of the other villages in the nearby area. But that's more of a sub story. We used to be regularly raided by orcs and goblins, and I did my fair share of killing. But one day we were attacked by a particularly large group, and I thought I could waylay them myself and set some traps and misdirections to lead the main group. But after I dispatched them, I came back to realize actually a bigger party had raided the village at the same time and killed all my friends. Every one of them.
It's okay, man. It's okay. You tried to help. You tried to help. You tried to do your best. It was a decoy group.
They're all dead. Except for Keith, for some reason.
We need to get a name then.
But I was saying as well. I would say, but now I realize it wasn't just my mistake. It was this piece of shit. It was all part of a plan. You tell us who gave you these orders. Who are you working for? And I'll kick him in the head again.
Huh? Okay, Zenurai, you wanted to do something. Also, tell me what that is, and also, Joseph, make another intimidation check with advantage.
Yeah.
I wanted to walk up to his prone, cowering form, grab him by both ears, shake his head left and right, and say, "Tell us what you told the orcs. What you were." Hang on. Let me try again. Tell us what you were showing the orcs to find.
Okay, you can make an intimidation check with advantage. Jose's intimidation advantage roll was 16, and I'll sort of merge and blend it with what Zenurai gets and see what response he gives.
So I already have intimidation. Can I have double intimidation?
Well, I mean, you're rolling with advantage, so you're rolling twice. Oh, you rolled exactly the same both times. 26, wow, really good. Right. So he looks terrified and bruised and probably mildly concussed from the head kicks. So he...
butt shots. You
ask him, Joseph, who appeared to him. Is that what you ask?
I know, I see. Yeah. I said, who's he working for?
Oh, he says, he appeared to me in the soup after I made my first kill out on the hunt. It's the soup of my ancestors. We've been cooking it for generations. I don't know his name. He looked terrifying. He looked like a devil. He was missing one horn, though. And he never told me. He just said he promised me power, and he gave me power. Did you see that spiky thing that I summoned? That was amazing. And then Zenurai shakes him from side to side, and he says, "It was the necklace. The necklace is what they wanted." And basically, the necklace that you remember is what the leader of the Proving Grounds said that Keith was coming to try to peddle as some sort of like his wares. And you also actually, Joseph, make a history check, Joseph.
Okay. Yeah, because I don't know the zone of truth word, do I? So I was asking the same question to try and intimidate him that time.
Yeah, you're not sure because you didn't cast the spell. Oh, history. With a
smooth 10.
With a 10, the necklace doesn't ring any bells. Maybe if you saw what he was talking about, you would probably know of a necklace that was in the village, but you don't. It doesn't ring any bells at the moment.
Okay, I'm gonna jump in there and go. So the soup is important. How important would it be if Fox just like throws it over? Would you give us more information or just not? I'll threaten the soup.
Okay, make intimidation. Excuse me, with advantage.
I love the line, "I threaten the soup."
Yes.
Oh, wow. 18 and then another roll? Just to see if it's a natural 20 or something.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. 25 intimidation from Abe. And you see he says, not the soup. It's taken me years to build up. And I don't know if he can appear to me in anything else. Don't, please. I need it.
Say we make him call this person, guys. Through the soup. The magic mirror soup.
Yeah. Let's get some answers. Okay, can I ask as well? I'm going to say zone of truth up. Well, I don't know that. I just established that. I'll say, have you been here the whole time since the attack on the village? What have you just been living here the whole time, just eating soup and summoning demons?
I've been doing whatever he asks me to do. He asked me to go to the proving grounds a little while ago. He asked me to do things, deliver things. He's promised me power, and I get stronger every day.
You weren't that strong.
Not strong enough for us.
Doesn't seem like it was worth it, you piece of shit. Fucking Keith.
He looks scared on the ground.
I'll say, Keith, you need to try and summon your master.
I am going to cast fucking minor illusion, and I'm going to cast it from Nya. And I'm going to create the image of a one-horned kind of diabolical devil figure, and see what it does. Obviously, within the domains of a 5'5" square.
Okay. Okay. I wonder who this would be on. I'll say he can make the check to see if he can figure it out. That's going to be an intelligence check for him. What's your DC? Your spell save DC?
It doesn't say on the spell.
No, not on the spell. It'll be on your spells sheet, like your general spell save DC for everything.
Oh, 15.
15, all right. He's going to try and figure it out. Oh, with a 15, he manages to figure it out, and he goes, "No, that's not him. The horn is all wrong. Why are you trying to trick me?"
Could be, though, couldn't it?
Could be what? Sorry.
Just, it could be the devil, you know.
I've seen him in my suit for years. I know what he looks like. He's got an onion right here.
I tweak the illusion to have an onion like on his shoulder.
It's him! What do you want of me, master? What do you desire?
Out the corner of my mouth, I say, "Tell them the truth. Everything I said to you."
I go over to the soup pot and put a generous sprinkling of sumac in it.
Oh, nice. I will say.
Yeah, now we won't contact them. Thank you, Monty.
Make
You've altered the recipe.
Make an intelligence check.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh god.
Never has the adding of sumac been so important.
Well, yeah, let's see if it changes things.
Oh, yeah. With a 15, you are confident that you've added a lemony, peppery zing to this otherwise savory, stock-based soup.
Okay, excellent. I wonder if I've added a similar zing to this demon's demeanor.
It was just what I needed.
Ruminate.
Really lifted it.
Okay, so he says, you say out of the side of your mouth, what was it?
I say, tell them all the things that I told you.
I've only told them minor things. I had to tell the truth. I only gave away minor things. They don't know where the necklace is. Quick!
Tell them all!
Don't! You have to take the necklace before they find it!
Tell me where it is.
Where is the necklace?
He climbs up and doesn't respond. He seems almost like encouraged by the presence of his master.
I cancel the illusion.
No!
This guy is such a douchebag.
Don't leave me, master! Don't leave me with them!
He's left you now, so how about you tell us where the necklace is?
Everybody make an insight check.
Oof.
Tight.
Yeah.
1 second.
Inside.
All right, we've got a natural 20 from Zenarai, a 16.
Oh, look at that!
16 insight
Wow.
from Monty.
Whatever it is,
A
we won the game.
21 from Joser, a 24 from Abe. So I'll say you all notice that as he like clams his mouth shut, he keeps glancing back at his campsite furtively, hopefully doing it quickly so that you don't notice.
Okay, so I'm going to go into the first tent. Sorry, I couldn't remember the word.
I'm gonna say, can I just Joseph say, because I'm still right over him.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna see him looking at the tent and say, just tell us where it is. I'm gonna cut your dick off.
Okay, make another intimidation check with advantage.
And I'm gonna kind of just wave near his crotch with my sword.
You can make an investigation check, Abe. The old crotch threat. Okay, with an 18, he says, it's in the first tent! Please, it's in the first tent! Just let me go!
Do you feel no remorse for what you've done? All of our friends, our way of life just destroyed by your greed?
My choice was to die or to become more powerful. What would you have chosen?
You chose betrayal, not power. I'm gonna start stroking the inside of his thigh with my...
Okay.
I don't know why, for us, this music goes so well with this whole scene.
I know,
Yeah.
doesn't it?
It's emotional as fuck. Okay, with a 15 investigation, Abe, you managed to find a gold necklace inside a small wooden box beside a bedroll inside that tent.
Okay, I'm going to take it and show it to Joseph.
Okay.
Joseph!
Oh, good, we got
Please
it.
ring the bell.
And then I'm gonna cut his dick off.
Oh, wow. Okay. You cut his dick off and it starts bleeding profusely and he says, No, I'm gonna die! And he starts crawling around on the ground trying to get away.
Who can heal him? Heal him. Stop him from bleeding.
I stand on his neck.
Yeah, okay.
You stab his neck?
Okay,
Yes.
He's dead.
I was going to attempt a dick heal.
Well, you can.
Oh, well, okay.
You can do a dexterity check, Monty, to see against Zenarais to see who's quicker to react, because you kind of sort of did it at the same time in turn terms.
Dexterity, then.
Yeah. Okay, so we've got an 11.
First one.
Oh yeah, Monty was quicker. All right, so you basically heal him for how many? Roll your heal check. Let's see though. Let's see.
Yeah, I'm gonna cure wounds his penis.
Okay, the cure wounds penis. Oh wow. Okay, so that's 19 healing. Okay.
Can we have some specifics here? Does this spell regrow his severed phallus?
It does not.
Reattach
It does
the
not.
severed phallus, or does it just heal the stumper?
It just
Well, it doesn't,
just
'cause the
heals.
severed phallus
just grows
is in
it
my hand.
smaller or something.
It heals the wound only. So then you attack with you stab him with what, Zenarai?
I just think I was just gonna stand on his neck.
Oh, stand. I thought you said stab.
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
okay.
no.
All right. Well, then that's just kind of uncomfortable for him, and he says, "What? What do you want?"
Nothing really.
Tell us about the semen trade.
Yes, the semen trade.
Yeah.
Guys, remember before we kill him and after he tells us about the semen trade that we need him to contact this person so that we can kill it or whatever, or at least know where to go.
Yeah.
He says, "The semen trade. I mean, I suppose I could find you a sailor if you need one."
No, this guy's
Hey.
permanently out of the semen trade, if you know what I'm saying. You know, because of the dick.
You wave it around in your hands.
All right.
Yeah, just like,
Joza, as the glory of vengeance and successful quips settle upon you, you feel inspired, so you have a D10 of inspiration, which you can add to attack throw, ability checks and saving throws. I think, yeah, ability checks and saving throws.
how long does that last for?
I think it's about an hour.
Yeah, no.
Because it's a DM.
As long as you hold the penis in your hand.
Yeah, exactly. It's your totem of inspiration.
I tie it to my belt.
Okay, it goes on your very stinky, fly-infested belt.
Yeah, that's fucking
So
grim.
I confer with the group. So, like, do we want him to contact this dude? Should we get him to go do the ritual?
Yeah.
We can, and then whoever it is will know that we're onto him.
Yeah, but we don't even know who he is or where to find him. If you really want revenge, we need to find him, right?
Yeah. What does that amulet do?
I don't know. I'm not Arcana, and you don't want me
Does
to
someone
check
wanna-
Arcana.
does someone wanna-
Let me have a look at this thing.
Okay, I'll just
Alright.
throw it at
Stamp up.
Zenariah.
I catch
Okay.
it.
All right, you catch it. You can make an Arcana check. Okay, with a 12. With a 12, I'll say you get a pretty strong.
Wouldn't he have advantage, though, if we're all trying to figure out what it is?
If someone's
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
I just...
if someone's helping him, but someone needs to be able to plausibly help. Whereas if no one knows anything about Arcana, how can they help?
I know about
Yeah,
these
my
things.
Arcana is
I can
really
help
bad.
out.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'll
Monty
say
gives him like a shoulder rub.
I'll say if Monty's helping, then you can roll again, Zenrai. Because I mean, Monty does use magic of some kind. It's not quite the same. Oh yeah, with a 21.
I feel like if...
What's up?
Oh no, it wasn't. I was gonna say, I feel like if it's a good amulet, I'll be able to help, and if it's a bad amulet, Zenrai will know what it is. We've got everything covered.
The spectra of
Nice.
amulets.
Okay, so as you hold your hand over this thing, Zenrai, and try to get some vibes from it, you sense a magical aura, certainly, an arcane infusion, and it gives you the sense of adaptation. It reminds you of evolution and environmental change. Those ideas and those concepts go tumbling around in your head as though someone was thinking about them when they made it.
So I say to the group, this amulet is a totem, a force for change, for development. We should not trust it. And I take out the warm tavern knife that I
Okay.
picked up from the glutton,
Mm-hmm.
and I hold it near to the amulet, and I see what the fuck goes down.
Okay, you take a breath while you do that. Monty, you said something?
From that Arcana check, were we able to tell whether the evolutionary vibes that we're giving off were natural or unnatural?
Well, Zenrai, you ask Zenrai this question, and he can explain that basically it's using the concept of natural adaptation, but forcing it to exist inside of an amulet and obviously making it happen in a much quicker time frame.
Okay, I go, Shantae would disapprove of this. I turn my back on it.
As
Stamp on it.
as you hold the knife near to the amulet, you don't sense any particular interaction per se. Just holding them next to each other feels quite normal.
I pocket both.
Okay. Cool. You can write down in your inventory amulet of adaptation vibes.
Sorry, I know you said this earlier, but I've forgotten. What? Where did he get? Was he given the amulet by the demon, or why was he trying to sell it? What was the deal?
I believe the question to him by someone was, what was your question to him, Zenrai, that caused him to give that answer?
It was something about what were you showing the orcs towards?
Yeah, that was it. And
Something
that's
like that, yeah.
that's when he gave the answer.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll say. So this amulet, where did you? This was in our village. How did you know about it?
The presence in the soup, he told me about it.
And he wanted it. Why did he have you try and sell it?
He wanted his orcs to have it, and then his orcs gave it to me, and then many months, years passed, and then he asked me to go take it to the proving grounds and try to sell it to their king.
But he didn't take it, so you brought it back here.
I failed. That's why I've been left here to rot with nothing but my soup for company.
Okay. That doesn't make much sense, because whatever I mean, the proving grounds got real messed up either way, so I don't know whether the amulet had anything to do with that. Do you know anything about what happened at the proving grounds? The green and black orbs and not orbs, the kind of the stones and the skeleton demon and all that stuff.
I know nothing. I am just his servant. Please, I'm so needing to go away. I need to contact someone.
Yeah, cool. Let's do that then. We'll come with you.
Yeah, we'll come with you, man. We've already healed you up. We need to look after you. I hope that dick stump is feeling good.
Okay, he crawls over to the stream, and he takes out of his pocket a bag that looks to be jostling around, and he takes out a live rat that was inside the bag, and he kills it and dips it in the stream and starts chanting some words that translate to basically, "Speak to me, master. Come, appear to me. Appear now." And where are you guys at this point?
While he's doing this, I'm going to just draw my bow and point it straight at his butt.
I'll come up a little bit. Yeah.
Okay, so you guys go. Are you aiming from a distance, or are you over his shoulder or something?
Yeah, I'll stand pretty close. I'll be I don't know, here or something.
Me too, just in case this goes sideways.
Okay. You see nothing happens for a second as the blood from the rat merges with the clear water of the stream. And then as the blood fills roughly arm-sized portion of the river, it stays and forms like a canvas, and you see a monochromatic devil face and shoulders appear with one horn missing, like a little jagged stump. And the face sort of moves around in 12-frame animation, seems to see Joza in the distance, and then the blood dissipates and goes back to normal blood in the stream, and you see Keith say, "No, master, what is your command? Come back!" And he slaps the stream, trying to get him back.
Yeah, maybe we should have seen that coming. I'll say, so Keith, what did he say?
He said nothing. He usually has commands. Why would he leave me? I'm still alive. I'm still doing his bidding.
I very slowly walk up and I say, "Then you have outlived your worth," and I drown him in the stream.
Okay, make an athletics check with advantage.
La Llorona style.
And then...
bugger.
Oh, with a natural 1, he drowns. You drowned the shit out of him.
I'm gonna
good.
I'm gonna run over and kick him in the head while he's underwater as well.
Sorry, Monty.
This
what?
Winterfell music.
Oh, it's still working.
Just this Winterfell music. Just imagining his body now being carried down the stream and down that waterfall via the rainbow.
Going over the waterfall like Boromir.
And I say, "To dust, let the maggot return."
And solemnly...
I'm gonna go for one more kick swing as he's floating away, but miss.
And I say, "To stump shall the dick return." Who's got it?
No, I'm keeping this.
So yeah, fair.
Pat
Dude, whatever works for you. Whatever
I'll
works
say
for you, man.
that
if that's your thing.
All that poetic corpse falling down the stream and over the waterfall and the residual rivulets of blood gathering all happen as you described. But Joza, this is the point with part of your revenge feeling to feel satisfied in a way, but not completely gone, because revenge is like that. You notice that all of your trophies at your hip have caused an almost continual cloud of insects to just be hovering. So you've got this Australian sort of habit now of going like this, just habitually when you're talking and standing, just to keep them away from your face.
Yeah, I do have a D10 of inspiration if I wanted to swat them away really well, I guess.
You absolutely could do that.
I know. Yeah, okay, I'm going to do that now.
Okay.
What do I need to roll?
What are you trying to do?
Just like the perfect SWAT, like a kind of all-encompassing thing that maybe like
Dex.
creates a gust of wind to steer them elsewhere.
Yeah, Dex check.
Dexterity. All right. There you go.
Okay, so the first one is a 9. Now roll your d10, or is that... Yeah, roll your d10, which is like a separate die.
Bad roll.
Oh, wow. Okay, so with an 18, you manage to swat your hand and basically grab 6 of them in your hand, crush them, and just throw them on the ground.
Perfect. Yeah, I think... so I'll say to the guys, it all makes sense now. Some of the weight is lifted. Knowing that it wasn't all my fault. Even though I didn't save my village, this little asshat made it so that it was even harder. So I'm really glad I cut his dick off.
Did you recognize the devil by any chance?
No, apart from on our adventures, I've not seen anything like that before. We lived a peaceful life here in Greenfoot Village.
No, it was called the Weed Forest, wasn't it? Something like that.
Yeah, dank green forest. Sticky Icky Grove, something like that.
Stinky
but yeah,
Icky Grove. Wow. That was powerful imagery.
Yeah, I would say, we kept ourselves, but I don't know. I was always on the outskirts. I mean, literally and socially. But it was a blow that I wasn't ready for. To really kill everyone. So to know that it wasn't all my fault is a good thing. But okay, so what do we do now? We've got this amulet. We need to find out who actually caused this, because this guy was just a pawn. It wasn't all his idea. We need to find out who really
started the
started
soup, or see if we can see someone through the soup.
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
Soup. All right, let's check out the soup. Should we? Okay, so I'm going to run down here. Joe's is going to run down to here, where I presumably Keith's corpse is just like spiraling in a little eddy around here. I'm just going to drag his corpse out the river.
Okay, well, we don't make a luck check, which is a D20 check with no modifier, to see which way his body went, according to the current of this stream. Okay, with a 16, yeah.
16?
It gathered in that little bay, and you managed to drag it out?
Nice, yeah, got caught in a stick. So I drag him out and I'll be like, well, if we need that, it's there.
Yeah, we can show the face.
Yeah, we can just put his face in the soup, see what happens, and hide.
This is the lo-fi version of a spy movie where you cut off someone's thumb to put on a finger scanner. It's just that with a face and some soup.
Yeah, exactly.
You can just use it as our puppet. Hey, devil guy!
It's me!
Aside from you guys have... what's the corpse moving thingy?
I'm going to
It
need
has a
more
name.
information.
It's not necrophilia. It's necro...
It's
whatever.
not necrophilia.
Necromancy.
Oh, necromancy. Yeah. You
Yeah.
can bring corpses to life and stuff.
Yeah, so Naraya, that sounds like around your area. You don't have anything of the kind, right? I mean,
Sorry,
Monty would have
say
loads
again.
of corpses around being their friends if it were him, so...
Yeah, you can't talk to the dead or anything.
No, I can't talk to the dead, but I can shoot fireballs out of my dick.
Fair enough. That's equally cool.
Give that a go, I guess.
Okay, so I'm going to look into the soup and just go hi, is there anyone in there?
Okay, you say that to the soup. You don't notice the soup changing in the way that it did in the stream. It looks and smells like savory meat soup with a hint of lemon and pepper.
I wonder where that came from.
Delicious. Can I look to see whether I see any small creatures or critters in the undergrowth nearby?
Yeah, that would be a survival check.
Maybe then let Joseph do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
We have a 9 survival
I
check.
do have +6, but
You don't notice
Well, that
any
would be okay.
critters around. You do notice that the tents seem to be filled with stuff, like this guy's been hoarding while he's been just waiting here doing very little. He's accumulated a whole bunch of like junk.
Check if he has any rats inside the tents or something of the kind, given that he had one in his pocket.
rats. Can I have a snuffle around this tent?
Okay, make an investigation check.
And can I check that chest by the tent?
Yep, you can also make an investigation check. Oh wow, natural 20 investigation from Monty.
Boom.
Monty, you find another larger sack that is wriggling around, and it does appear to contain 3 rats. You also find a bag that looks to be much older than all of the other stuff in this tent. It looks like it's got embroidery on the outside that looks positively ancient.
Rabbit,
Okay.
rabbit.
And a
rabbit.
6
Let's have a
Abe,
little look in that.
inside the chest outside the tent, Abe, with a 6 investigation, you find spare clothes that don't appear to fit the halfling. They would fit someone roughly your size. They might be a bit snug. They're just general day clothes.
My adamantium, so I'm just going to stay where I am.
Sorry, a little bit louder. You're going to stay where you are?
I'm just going to leave them there.
Okay,
I like my just as it is.
sweet.
I am going to pocket the bag of rats just because I like the idea of it sitting alongside my bag of tricks. And they
Nice.
are in essence the same
How
item.
about you grab
but
one
one's
of
just the more
those?
horrible version.
How about you grab one of those and we try what he did in the river inside the soup?
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Bite one's head off and throw it in the soup.
Okay.
Okay, so I take one rat out of the bag.
Mm-hmm.
I chomp its head off,
Okay.
and then I throw the rat's body inside the cauldron.
Okay.
Joseph's really disgusted.
The smell...
Just looking the other way.
The metallic smell of blood is redolent in the air.
I put a little bit more sumac in.
Okay. It appears to have been enriched by the vitamins added by the blood, but you notice no other differences.
Okay. What's the other bag, Monty?
Let's have a look. Can we open the embroidered bag, please?
Okay, you open it, it appears empty.
Try to
it's
put
just
your
a
hand inside and
bag.
check if there's just like your bag of tricks kind of thing.
Yeah, let's do that. An interdimensional grasp.
Okay, you put your
I put
hand,
my
in
hand in.
and do what?
Just kind of grope and try to grab something ancient and arcane from another realm.
Okay. You reach your hand in and roll a D100 for me.
A D100.
Do you know how to, right? Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
With a 7,
Oh, wow.
you pull your hand
7.
with the,
It's worse than a 1.
With a 7 on a D100. You pull your hand out of this bag and it's holding sand that it wasn't holding before.
Sand.
So it is
Sand.
just-
Hey guys, but it is a bag of tricks. Yeah.
How
it
about
again.
you do an Arcana check, given that you are a mage of some sort, to see what it is?
I also put the sand in the pot.
Oh, okay. Anyone else can do other things at the same time, by the way, while we're going through bag-related stuff. Feel free to just shout stuff out.
Can I also point out, though, that there is a 4th bag from session 1, the animal bag.
Yeah,
Yep.
we haven't used that.
That's the bag of tricks. That's the bag of tricks.
Oh, sorry, that's the
so
same one. Okay.
So I've got that. So the bag of rats, I thought, made a nice non-magical companion.
Yes, a very literal bag of things.
Mhm.
I'm saving that bag for a very special time.
Make sure
Don't
you
know what it
feed
is
them.
I would like to just search the pockets of this corpse, if that's all right.
Okay, make an investigation check. Sorry, you're saving which bag, Monty, for a very special time?
The bag of tricks.
Oh, the bag of tricks. Okay.
I thought you meant the bag of rats.
Yeah, I thought that too. I was like, what does he have planned? Okay, so 10 investigation check for Joza means that you discover about 23 gold pieces in a little pouch on this guy, and like a quill, and that's about it really. He seems to be traveling rather light on his person.
A quill?
Check if there's any more writing in, or like another book or something. Like he was using the message thingy to see if we can find anything else around the camp.
Yeah. Do you see any scrolls or
notes?
Okay, whoever wants to do that can make an investigation check.
Is that supposed to be a chest next to the tent, or is that just in the animation?
Oh, no, it's a chest, and Abe opened it, and it contained spare clothes.
With a 6 again in investigation.
Okay, so this is the ones that I just asked. Oh, no, the 10 is from before. So a 6 investigation check for Abe, looking for writings. Anyone else that is looking can also roll. With a 6, you don't discover any more writings, but you do discover a lot of... In one of the tents, there's a lot of... stuff that looks like fabric, a mixture of leather and cotton and things like that, of various different garments and functional items. With a 14, Monty, you find... what else do you find? You find another money pouch containing 47 silver pieces and 25 copper pieces.
Ooh. Okay.
I would like to, just rummage around as well, try and find some coded messages or anything.
Okay, make an investigation check.
So is the goo monsters, like goo corpse, still around?
Is the what corpse?
The spiky devil's thingy.
Dave is licking it up.
I mean, like, it's purple paste, but yeah, it's there.
Yeah.
Sorry, the investigation check that I last heard was Joza looking for... What was that, sorry?
Well, seeing as no one's rolled a good one yet, I'm seeing if I... I don't know, some extra clues as to if he's jotted any notes down or anything.
Okay, with a 16 investigation, you find a bunch of parchments that are blank, like they're intended to be written on at some point, like spare parchment. You find an inkwell. You also find a rucksack that looks like it's seen better days. It's kind of frayed but sturdy.
Anything in it?
Inside of it, it appears to be empty.
Okay.
So, guys, what have we got? We've got an amulet. Have we got the amulet?
Yeah.
And it's not... Okay. And we know everything was centered around that amulet, and that's what the orcs were after, but it hasn't shown us anything or any indication of where it belongs or where it was from. Is that correct?
The amulet that you found in the tent?
Soup in it?
Is that what you said?
Yeah, the amulet I found in the tent that Zenariah did the Arcana in it.
Oh, you're wondering, Monty, if it has any inscriptions or anything that would indicate how old or where it's from or anything? Is that what you think?
Am I able to...
Yeah, make a history check if you want that kind of info.
Oh, yeah.
Good stuff.
I got an 11.
Okay, with an 11 history, you determine that this is quite an old object. Not quite as old as the bag, you would guess, but you're not a historian, you're just making educated guesses. And in addition to being old, it has a couple of swirling patterns on it, but they seem geometric and abstract rather than determining specific things.
Okay. So this was in my village. Well, I'll say that. This amulet was in my village. I got rid of to find it. I've never seen it before. I didn't know anything like this even existed in our simple little farming village, so wheat farming. So we need to find someone who knows what it is, I guess.
You haven't even touched it, have you?
Sorry.
You haven't touched it or anything, right? It might react to you more than us.
Yeah, chuck it in.
It's
Let's see.
anything magical.
I would go and take it off Zenoi then and have a look. Because I already had a look when it was being brought over and failed a history check. So
make a history check again, but because you failed previously, it'll be slightly more difficult. Okay. With an 18, you recall a necklace like this hanging in the mayor's house. You never really thought much of it. It was kind of purely decorative to you, the way that someone would put a painting on a wall. But the mayor never spoke of it. It was just sort of there in the house. It kind of calls back to you that maybe this is the same one.
2 seconds.
Joseph,
Oh yeah, go on.
sorry. I was going to say, Joseph, did anyone else survive from your village that you can remember?
Nobody. That's why I was so surprised to see Keith. I when I came back and found the bodies and went house to house, no one was alive. I didn't hang around long to check everybody, but it seemed like all there was death. So then I
So whose skull
ran away.
So whose skull is it that is by your side, given that Keith did go to talk to the king?
It's a good question. As I was the son of the previous mayor, presumably this was in the... Would I know that this was like an heirloom from the mayor's families, or was it belonging to the new mayor or something like that?
So, it was in the house of the mayor that was around during your adulthood. So it's not something you remember.
Okay.
It's not something you remember from your childhood.
Okay. So yeah, I will relay that to the team and say, well, yeah, it was always obviously held up as a trinket, but no one knew that it had any properties. It was just something fancy. Who would know about old heirlooms who we haven't launched a fireball in their shop yet?
Orpheus,
yeah.
Orpheus has sent us to look for a magical item, much as those orcs were sent to find a magical item. And I believe when we went to that tower earlier, that had been kind of cleared out of items. Am I right in thinking? I seem to remember something about like item raiding parties, essentially. I can't remember how we learnt about it or where it's from, but I seem to remember that someone is searching for magical items.
Yeah, that word that is
Sitting
kind
on
of similar
the remaining sat on the edge of the bluffs and kicking my feet, I say, yes, Asimo could help us as well.
Yeah. I don't know how long Orpheus has been sending out these parties. My village was raided decades ago, so it's possible that it was under his bidding. If so, then he has some questions to answer.
Sorry, under whose bidding?
Orpheus. Well, because we are one of those parties. We have been sent out by Orpheus to find a magic item. So yeah, as Monty points out, could it be that the orcs were sent to find a magical item, as we are?
Oh, I see.
we can trust Orpheus enough to ask him if he knows anything about the necklace, to be honest.
Yeah, well, we're going to try and bring him this knife we've got, haven't we? So we could ask him then.
Yeah.
I just don't want the what's the eye guy called? He had a good name. I don't want him to kick off.
Murphy? No, not Murphy. What was his name?
The eye guy?
Gary?
Gary.
There's like a
Gary,
No, it
yeah,
wasn't
the guy
Gary,
in tie.
It wasn't
With a
Gary, it
lot
was
of
like
tentacles.
Gary. It was
Who are you talking about?
Orpheus's gigantic
Oh,
eyeball
Jerry.
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 Yeah. So I kind of, I wouldn't, I'm not entirely sure if I trust Orpheus personally, but I am a bit worried about Jerry kicking off and laying waste to us.
I think we should get a more balanced perspective on these things. and find our original taskmaster.
So who's that?
Yeah.
Forza? The is that the guy who teleported?
No, it's Alex Horn.
Asmo.
No, I'm just joking.
Asmo.
That's a British TV reference.
I was like, fuck, have I just forgotten something massive for the story?
Yeah.
Alex Horn? Oh, shit, I don't remember that at
Yeah,
all.
he's the British comedian on
yeah.
Taskmaster.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's him. Yeah.
Sorry, who are you actually
Alex
referring
Horn.
to?
Asmo. Asmo asked us to find a pack of cards. The guy we found in the first tower who directed us over to
Yeah.
Orpheus's tower.
Yeah, but we have no idea where to
where
find
Asmo
him.
went.
Yeah. Well, yeah, he teleported, didn't he?
Or do we? Yeah.
Go back to the tower. Which tower was that? That was the one in the forest, wasn't it? In the
In my forest, yeah.
the copse with the
Yeah.
sigil on the door.
Mm-hmm.
It was like the noxious. It was the noxious thicket, I think it was.
Yeah.
It was my area.
Okay. Well, I mean,
Solitude.
doesn't look like we're getting any more clues in this campsite.
Mm-mm.
So yeah, I mean, our only leads. We've got the Hobbit skull. We've got this magic knife. We know that Asmo wants cards. Orpheus wants a knife. We've got a knife and fork.
Where's your
Should we just
fork?
take Orpheus the knife?
Oh, you took
it's,
the
the-
table setting, yeah.
Yeah, the Lord's cutlery.
The Lord's
So we
cutlery.
we only have the knife, the worm knife.
Oh, okay, we took the knife. All right. Well, I mean, out of context, should we? Our only lead is that we were sent on a mission by Orpheus, and we think we might have found something he wants. So, should we go back to him
Sure.
and see if?
I
see
think
if
we
he
go
knows
back
what
to
this
Orpheus.
amulet's about?
We don't
No.
have to show Orpheus the amulet necessarily. Yeah, we could just give him his knife.
No,
Hang on to the amulet.
Yeah.
No, what, Faz?
Poor Kay, no.
poor Kay, something rather fishy is going on through all of this. We have these two warring deities that seem to be sending us off in different directions, and I don't like that we don't have the facts. I suggest we go back to the first one and suss things out more.
Yeah.
Okay. Should we
Fair
head
enough.
back to his tower and see if we can find him?
Yeah.
Oh, it wasn't his. Was it his tower? Did he say it was his tower? I know he was there, and he said,
Yeah,
"I
it was raided. It was his tower and it was
his
raided.
tower." Okay.
Yeah, he said it.
Like,
He said it
yes.
used to be his, and that he'd left it the way that you move house. And since then, since him leaving it, he complained that Orpheus's looters had looted it.
Okay. Thanks. Yeah, I mean, I'll just will say then, yeah, let's go back to the Noxious Glade. I mean, we know there's a connection as well because the death box in Proving Grounds, one of those was delivered outside Orphea, wasn't it? And that's what led us to, because that, did that have a symbol on it?
Thingy.
Or-
Yeah. They had that
had the
quill
symbol.
and
Yeah, that led us to the tower. So I don't know. Does that mean that Asmo is linked to the destruction in Proving Grounds? Maybe.
I think he said that he put that on the door to keep people away. I don't
He did.
remember exactly, but I think he did it
He-
like a.
You remember that he said that it was a symbol he'd seen around, and therefore people had got creeped out by it. So he chose to borrow that that creepiness and utilize it as a keep off the grass sign of his own.
Yeah, seems very convenient. Oh well, we've got to choose one. So who votes for Asmo?
Aye.
Yeah, I don't mind seeing him. He might tell us more information about Orpheus. We don't need to choose a side. We
I
can
Yeah.
think it'd be best to see him first, just so that we find out more information.
Yeah, and also, I mean, there's
necessarily
chances.
tell them about but maybe we should avoid telling them that we think we found a knife that Orpheus was looking for.
Yeah, maybe we can
I
give
feel
us some
like
more
we should
clues
just
about
go
this
with
deck
the
of cards. So.
Yeah, Oh yeah, we're still looking for that, aren't we? I feel like we should just go into that conversation with Orpheus as knowledgeable as possible.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, we also think Orpheus has that deck of cards. Remember that he was like playing it. And
He had a.
Monty tried to play a game of cards with him to see if those were the cards, but he didn't win the destruction or whatever thing.
Yeah.
It was. He had a drawer, didn't he, under his chaise longue?
He had
which we thought was the size of a pack of cards.
What? No, there was the chaise longue the chaise longue was on like rails, much like a librarian's ladder, except it's a chaise longue, and on the bottom of the wooden skirting of the chaise longue was a number of shelves, and on one of the shelves was something that looked like a pack of cards, and he had a bunch of other knickknacks, and he was also writing with some odd-looking quill on some paper atop his longue.
Cool. Yeah. Okay. Let's go see Asmo then. Maybe you can tell us what's going on here.
The party sets off. You also notice that the river that you pulled the corpse out of as you are setting off on your adventure, the river, as it continues, wends its way north of this area, seems to collect more and more of these dead fish along the banks that you noticed earlier on. So that trend has continued.
I think I'm going to
trade.
use my... Wait a second, I need to find it. My plant growth help, purify that water thingy.
Ooh, okay. So show me the spell. I love
Plant
it.
growth spell.
I'm loving it already.
Well, I'm just going to put cast so that you can see it.
Okay. Plant growth. Okay. Wow. Transmutation into plants within a specific area. There are two possible uses. If you cast the spell... Okay, are you trying to make something happen immediately or long-term benefits?
Long term. I'm just trying to see if I can heal it a bit.
Ooh, 100-foot radius. And which point do you choose? Like which square?
Well, the middle, so like I can get as far as possible on both sides, I guess.
Cool.
Pretty much.
Yeah, we could. It could help cover up the brutal murder and torture that we did in this area.
What happens is the softly spoken Abe takes a moment, closes their eyes, and touches the soil. Kneels down to touch the soil. You notice suddenly little tiny shoots of little green plants sprout up everywhere. Even reeds, water reeds, amongst the water and the water plants of that corpse-soaked stream. They just pop up everywhere in a 100-foot radius on either side, and especially through corpses, they seem to grow even more quickly. And it looks like this place has advanced 50 years of growth in 10 seconds.
Cool.
That helps.
Sweet.
Nice. So you're going to you're doing some traveling, so I'm going to take you to the map. That's what you intend to do, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Cool. So you're in the Younger Forest. You're roughly... I mean, the map is simplified, but I will show you what I'm talking about. There. All right. So you're all kind of there. And do you take the same way back that you used to get here?
I suppose we'd have to, wouldn't we?
I think that would probably be the fastest way, wouldn't it? Given that we already know the way.
Could check out Reval.
Yeah.
Well, we could go through the hollow if not. Did we go through the hollow?
You did not go through the hollow previously.
There's Reval. No, we did not. There's Reval. There's that northern sort of mine area. Yeah.
We could check out Reval, then nip through this pass maybe, and then go to find the illicit semen trade over in Savor.
I think so. Yeah, let's do some new shit because we know that the semen trade isn't going to be back at the Noxious Thicket, whereas it could be in Reval. So
yeah, let's go there.
Tick it off the list. Yeah.
Let's get completely distracted by side quests.
Just pretend it's The Witcher 3. Nice. Okay, so you head north to Reval.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, who is leading the navigation of the group?
I guess Josa.
Okay, Josa, hit me a survival check.
I get your proficiency bonus is doubled for proficient skills when you make a into a whiz check.
Cool. So you
with
add, I think your proficiency is 3, so you add another 3 on top of your roll.
Okay.
12 plus 3 is 15. Yeah, that's a decent survival check. It takes you guys the rest of the day. It's starting to hit like evening dusk by the time you reach the outskirts of Rival. And what you see is a town that's kind of a bit bizarre. It's separated by a bridge in the middle and a little stream. And on one side, the side closest to you, you approach from the southern side of the town. It looks very well-to-do, very well-appointed, lots of curves and pointed architecture. And on the far side, it looks much more rudimentary and squares and right angles. And the denizens walking around on your side, the southern side, appear to be lithe physiques. And in the distance, it's hard to tell, but they don't look like the same on that side. And that is where we will end the session.
Nice.
Also, how long has it been since you guys leveled up? Can you guys remember? It wasn't last session, right?
That was the
No,
one
it wasn't
before that, or the one before that.
I think
Yeah,
it
I think
was.
it's 2 or 3
I think it
before.
was the devil. It would have been at the Bone Devil.
Yeah.
You mean once
Yeah.
once you killed the Bone Devil?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
In that case, you level up. Woo! Yay!
Yeah.
Sick.
Cool.
Fucking tight.
Thank you so much for listening to the podcast. If you have any suggestions or any ideas that we should incorporate, things you want to hear more of, things you would like to hear less of, just let us know at thewronghandspodcast@gmail.com. So THEWRONGHANDSPODCAST@gmail.com.